Hello everyone, this is Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do something different and new. It's a little bit of an experiment and it might be a little bit choppy or chaotic, but it's something I want to practice on with my YouTube videos, and that is providing even more and interesting content. So let me know what you think in the description box below. But today I'm calling it Clean and Craft with Me. In other words, I'm just going to be showing you little bits and clips and pieces throughout my morning where I'm working on shop things or craft things, as well as different things in the house, and just kind of some of the things that I get done in a day and how I do it. Hopefully it will provide you some motivation and inspiration. First, I'm going to get started with trying to fix my printer. I have a printer that is messing up with the colors. I don't know what's going on with it, so let's see if we can figure it out. So my printer is not printing right, as I said, and I am printing out a nozzle check, but I realize there's dust everywhere. So trying to, get stuff done while I'm waiting for the printer to give me the report, I get a rag and dust. The magenta is really spotty and it messed up my Halloween kit printing. I had to set the printer's print head to clean, and that takes about 3 minutes. So instead of sitting there waiting, I decided to clear off this little desk that I put near my craft space for my boys to create with while I craft. My middle son Watson absolutely loves creating, and I had bought him a Ninja Turtle paper pad at Tuesday morning, or like little scrapbook kit, and he had left clippings all over the place and papers all over the place, and he's at school, so I can't really call him to pick it up. And then I'm just going through his drawers and I see where he's stashed different things and just kind of organizing different papers, and he's made a cute little pocket and just his different things he's put in there and making sure everything is in order. Oh, careful. Okay, go eat your food. So after that dose of little cuteness popping in, I wanted to do some coffee dyed paper. So I decided to use my kitchen island. As you can see, the kitchen is a mess, and I had to clean off the island here and make a good clean space to work on the coffee dyed paper. I've been doing the coffee dyed paper a new way. Instead of using the oven, I just use a bin with water. I got this idea with coffee. I got this idea from Medieval Mirage, I believe it is. Anyway, so I just have a dishpan, like a plastic dishpan from the Dollar Tree. I have coffee, I have a coffee spray bottle, and I have regular 20-pound copy paper. In this container, I add any extra coffee left over from the day before whenever I make a big pot of coffee and don't just use my Keurig. I splash it around in the bottom of the bin and start just layering and spraying. I do it quick, I do it messy. Sometimes I add on a stencil or a paper doily or something like that. Most of the ones I'm using on the paper today, I got from a 6x6 paper pad Tuesday morning. They were punch out designs for paper crafting, and they're kind of like doily shapes and things like that. So I'll, lay in the ones I want, spray coffee, add another piece of paper, spray more coffee, slush it around. I love the way the coffee dyed paper comes out when you do this. When I'm done, I just put it on the back porch, let the sun dry it out, and I think it comes out much better. So Jethro said, I want to help you, and so he comes up and he picks out the different stencils he wants me to use and puts them in there. He has so much fun. I decided to do less paper this time for the sake of time, and also hopefully it'll dry just a little bit faster. Last time it took 3 or 4 days, even when I was making sure that the wet papers were on top, but still it comes out amazing and it's worth it. Once it's drying, you can go on and do other things. So I don't give this a whole lot of thought. If you haven't tried this before, it's a really great way to get a whole bunch of paper ready and then just set it aside and forget about it. Come back a few days later and it's ready to craft with. So I'm back to check on the printer since it has done another clean cycle, and I'm hoping that magenta color is coming through now. I'm just setting it and seeing, but while I'm waiting, I'm grabbing a basket to sort through and make sure things are in order. This is my personal junk journal basket. Some of them are journals I've completed, some of them are journals that I still need to work in, but I'm just making sure that there's nothing in here that needs to go somewhere else. And I'm just stacking it up. And in the bottom, I found a couple pens that I really could use, and they don't belong in that basket. So I got that done while I am waiting. The paper comes out, and I'm disappointed again. The magenta is not showing up. That is pretty frustrating. Back to my printer I go to check the print for this last time of cleaning for the day. I'm hopeful, but I don't know. So I'm over here just looking at my bookshelf, trying to make sure things are in place while I'm waiting for that to print out. Since I made some room in that white basket on top, I decided to move that little mini journal that Joy made me up there, and another one that Mitzi Merrill made me. That just freed up a little space to make sure everything was straightened. The paper printed out, and still nothing. So that's all I'm going to do today. So I couldn't figure out the problem with the printer. Sometimes this happens, and I think I refill using generic ink, and you wind up with a lot more quirks and problems and things that you have to troubleshoot. So the magenta was the color that we could not get to come through. In fact, the magenta was coming through better before I even cleaned. I think I cleaned it 3 times during this video, and it wouldn't come through. So what I'm going to do is let it set for 24 hours as it's been cleaned a few times, let that ink kind of seep through, and we're going to try again. I've always managed to figure it out. Sometimes it takes a couple days. That's why I have a backup HP printer, and I love it. I use the instant ink program. That way it's always ready to go. I don't have problems, and if I need to print stuff out like I do today, I've got to go print out orders from the weekend sale. I have a printer that I know will work. So I hope that you enjoyed this little morning clean and craft with me. As you can see, I try to stay busy, so if one thing is going, I try to clean something else or organize something else, so I'm not just standing there and wasting time. If I'm waiting for the printer to do something, I'm checking emails, wiping down stuff, organizing stuff, and things like that. So if you liked this type of video and you would like to see more, because believe me, my life is crazy and it'll look different every single time. And as you see, my little kid popped in and out. His brothers are in school, but he's home, and you know, he likes to look at himself on TV or the screen and all of that. So anyway, I hope that you liked this video. I hope you'll subscribe, and I will see all of you in the next video. Until later.